Malcolm, let's get you ready for the road. We spend a lot of time talking about steering and pedals, but today we're diving into something just as crucial. We're covering the rules that keep you, your passengers, and all your stuff safe. Getting this right isn't just about passing the exam, it's about being a smart, responsible driver from day one.
So picture this. You've got your license, the keys are in your hand, and you're already planning that first big road trip. Windows down, music blasting, all your gear packed up and ready to go. You can almost feel it, right? It's an awesome feeling.
But hey, pump the brakes for just a second. Before you toss a single bag in the car, you've got to know the rules, not just of the road, but of your vehicle itself. Understanding its physical limits is every bit as important as knowing what a stop sign means.
So here's our lesson plan for today. We're going to start with vehicle size and dimension rules. Then we'll get into safe cargo and towing. After that, we'll cover the big ones: seatbelt and seating rules, and especially child safety seat essentials. And we'll wrap it all up by talking about mastering your blind spots. Sound good? Let's get into it.
Okay, first things first, vehicle size and dimension rules. Before you even think about what you're putting in or on your car, you have to know the absolute maximum size it can be. Think of it as knowing your car's footprint on the road. The first number to burn into your brain is 4 meters. That's the absolute maximum legal height for your vehicle. And this is key, that includes whatever you've strapped to the roof rack. Why? Well, it's pretty simple. It's so you don't have a really bad and really expensive meeting with a low bridge or a tunnel. Now, while 4 meters is the general rule, road signs are always the boss. If you see this sign right here, the number on it becomes the new maximum height. So if it says 3.5 meters, that's your limit. No excuses. It's there for a reason, and you absolutely have to obey it. Next up is width. Your car, plus anything sticking out the sides, can't be wider than 2.55 meters. Anything beyond that is considered exceptional transport, and that's a whole different ballgame with special permits. For your day-to-day driving, just remember to stay under that limit. So, how far can your stuff stick out? This one's a big deal on the exam. Let's make it super clear. Out the front, 0, nada. Your load can never, ever extend past the front of your car. But at the back, you get a little wiggle room. You can have things stick out by up to 1 meter. But what if you're carrying something really long like a ladder or a kayak? Well, there's an exception for that. If it's a long object that you can't really take apart, it can extend up to 3 meters out the back. But there are conditions. It has to be something indivisible, and you absolutely must have a special warning sign on the very end. And no, a red t-shirt tied to it doesn't count. Okay, so we know our size limits. That brings us right to our next section, safe cargo and towing. It's all about loading up your car the smart way. You've basically got 2 choices, the roof or the trunk. Now, putting stuff on the roof might seem easy, but it creates a ton of wind resistance, which tanks your fuel economy. Even worse, it makes your car top-heavy and unstable when you take a corner. So for anything heavy, the trunk is always the safer bet. It keeps the weight low and centered, which helps your car handle just like it's supposed to. And no matter where you put your stuff, these are the golden rules. They're non-negotiable. 1, never ever cover your taillights. 2, never cover your license plate. 3, make absolutely sure your cargo cannot come loose. And 4, you must always have a clear view out of your windows and mirrors. Simple as that. Okay, here's a term you're definitely going to see on your theory test: vehicle train. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It's just the official name for your car when you're pulling a trailer or a caravan. The reason you need to know this is that some road signs have length restrictions, and when you're a vehicle train, you have to add the length of your car and the trailer together. All right, let's shift our focus from what's outside the car to what's inside. How do we keep everyone safe in their seats? It all starts with the basics: seatbelts and seating rules. Okay, listen up, because this is a classic exam question they love to ask. The seatbelt must always go over your shoulder and arm. Putting it under your arm is a huge no-no. It's incredibly dangerous, and it won't hold you properly in a crash. Just remember, over, not under. The rule is pretty simple. If you're in a moving car, you wear a seatbelt. But there are a handful of very specific exceptions. A driver, but only while they are actively reversing. Some professionals on the job, like a taxi driver with a customer, or a mail carrier going door to door. That's about it. Unless you have an official medical note, you buckle up, period. And let's just bust a really dangerous myth right now. Pregnant women are absolutely not exempt. In fact, it's even more critical to wear a seatbelt, and to wear it correctly.
The lap belt needs to go under the belly, low and snug across the hips, and the shoulder belt should go right between the breasts. It is the single best way to protect both the mom and the baby. Now for what is, without a doubt, one of the most important things we'll cover. This isn't just about points on an exam. This is about protecting the most precious cargo you could ever have. Let's talk about child safety seats. Let's break this down into 3 simple parts. First, who needs one? Any child who is under 18 times and shorter than 1.35 meters. Second, where can it go? This is critical. A rear-facing car seat can never be in the front seat if the passenger airbag is active. It's incredibly dangerous. And third, how does the belt fit? The lap part of the seatbelt must sit on their strong thigh bones, not across their soft belly. And if you're thinking, do I really need to know this stuff perfectly? Well, here's your answer. This is a direct warning from the testing authority. Get one question wrong about child seatbelts and you automatically lose 5 points. That's a massive penalty that can easily make the difference between passing and failing. So yeah, you need to know this. Okay, deep breath. We've secured the car, we've secured the cargo, and we've secured the people inside. For our last section, let's talk about the space around the car you can't see. It's time to talk about mastering your blind spots. Here's the deal. No matter how perfectly you set up your mirrors, there are always going to be areas around your car that are completely invisible to you. Those are your blind spots. Every single car has them, and just knowing they exist is the first step to driving safely. Now, a lot of new cars have these handy blind spot detectors. Basically, when a car sneaks into your blind spot, a little light will pop up in your side mirror. That's your signal, hey, don't change lanes right now. But, and this is the most important part, this technology is an assistant, not a replacement for good driving. You still always, 100% of the time, have to do a physical shoulder check before you move over. Always.
So there you have it. We've covered your car's limits, how to load it up, how to keep everyone inside safe, and how to see what's hidden around you. You know the rules now. But the real test isn't on a computer screen. It's every single time you get behind the wheel. So I'll leave you with this. Thinking about everything we just talked about, what's the very first thing you're going to check before you start your next drive? Drive safe out there.